We've just finished the door unit and also the base unit of the instructions. And now I'm going to move on to what they call the core. There's 72 pages, so it's the lengthiest part of this whole thing. And I'm just going to move this thing off to the side because right now we don't need it. Clean up your work area. The insulation is everywhere. Okay, we're on page 1 of the core build. I already got 2 of the number 24 extrusions and the number 25 extrusion. That's the 25 is shorter than the 24s. I've got my screws, number 1 screws and my number 9 clips, and what I believe is number 77 sheet. There's a bunch of little holes everywhere, and it has these 2 big slots in the middle. I don't see anything else that's like this, so I think this is the one. Now, 3D Camera says to pay very careful attention to the orientation of the sheet metal plate. And the only thing that I could tell that's the orientation is different is these 2 notches. Well, and there's also a couple different holes here, but most likely this is pretty symmetrical. So I'm going to use these 2 semicircular notches here as my guides. So to match this up with the drawing, it's going to be this orientation with numbers 24 on the sides, like this, and then number 25 on the bottom, like that. It says to make sure that the extrusion doesn't have these little holes in the corners, and mine don't. So that must be there must be similar sized extrusions. So here's this one, and here's this guy. So I'm okay. We're not going to put anchors in. Saves us a step. What color? It's a lot like a Lego set. In fact, I think you could build this thing, actually. It's not that hard. There were some parts that were kind of tricky, like the when you have to drill out the extrusions a little bit. It takes a little bit of force, but other than that, yeah, it's basically just like a metal Lego set. Number 9 clips into the 24 and 25 extrusions for the main supports of the core. We lay extrusions down on the table. The 25 is in between the 24s, and then we put this number 77 plate down so that the hemispherical notches are on the left side in the center. No washers, no nothing. We just bolt these together with number 1s. So I got them all mildly turning. This one's not turning very well. There we go. On step 2, we're going to put some more extrusions further down. Well, I'm not exactly sure where these extrusions need to be. If they need to be flush at the bottom or flush at the top. I'm assuming flush at the bottom, because they kind of stick up a little bit in the drawing. See how it sort of sits up above the plate? So I'm going to say that's flush at the bottom. Tighten them down. All right, so step 2. So we got to do these guys again. How much fun these are. 3 of these. So 4 of that. This is the part, Valerie, where it's not as fun because you really have to use a lot of force. So it's not much of a Lego set here. One. You put these in, and the instructions are totally wrong here. It says that these are supposed to go on the outside, which it's not. Like, this is how the diagram shows it. So there's no way that's right. Like this. It has to either be above or below, but their drawing doesn't show that. And I'm going to say it's going to go on the outside. I think it would be stronger if it was on the outside. So I'm going to say it goes like that. Okay, that's pretty snug. Give her one quick turn here to make sure she's solid. We need to put this aside for a little bit. Piece of sheet metal, 2mm sheet metal. Might be a little thicker. Pretty sure this is the one. It's got a weird square in the corner, and this is important to get in the right spot. So the 24s are the verticals, the 25s are the horizontals. This thing down so that the square is on the right side when they're resting on top of the extrusions. After the glue is dry, check for gaps in the glue near the tab joints. Patch any gaps with additional glue. Trim excess glue from the outside of the tab and slot joints with a razor blade included in the assembly care package. Don't remember that. Oh, it's right, there was razor blades. I remember that now. But I lost them. Oh, here they are. Razor blades. Keep that near my tools. Demo videos. Okay, they don't have a video explaining all this stuff. I guess this will be the video. Okay. So the strange thing is that it really doesn't look that bad. Like, show you what we're working on right now. This is page 4 of the case. I guess we're just putting these 3 fins in between the, the 2 assemblies we just made. However, there is a massive list of things that go on with it. So here's what the Sintratec instructions show, and then Chimera is like, no, you need a lot more stuff. So this gives you some little tips and stuff to get it working. However, I think I'm going to get all the parts together first and then just sort of see how it looks. Because it seems pretty crucial the way that they wrote this. They say it's going to affect the performance if you mess this up. This looks like some sort of crazy glue from wherever. Industrial adhesive, Kafuter in like a million different languages. Good. No label. Tape looks ancient. Looks like it. 39 has these weird little tabs on it, so that might be it. This kind of looks like it. Let's go with this one. We apply the glue. Seal all sheet metals with glue. Do not apply too much glue. That's all that Sintratec said. And then 3D Chimera says, it's very important to do this step neatly and properly or the performance of the printer will suffer. Check the fit of each tab and slot before assembly. Use a file or remove material where needed. Okay, so, oof, I don't like the look of that. Doesn't look bad to me. I don't see any material missing. All right, so there's my 3 39s. They don't really like seal up that well. I guess they do, if you push hard enough. That fits nicely. Quite nicely. And then this guy goes over here. This guy goes here, like this. Okay, seems to fit. Holy crap, this is gonna be impossible. I'm gonna line up all 3 of these and glue them all. I mean, it's just gonna smear glue everywhere. Holy crap. Almost got it together. Oh no, big gap there. What is it caught on? The edge here? Oh, there we go. Oh man, this is gonna be impossible with glue. Totally impossible. You have to line it perfectly. It's a snug fit, all right. To clean up all the metal shavings, because there's a million of them. Well, we gotta put in our snaps first. 149 snaps. Don't want to mess that up before we glue anything. I'm actually going to size this one on here so I get these guys lined up just right. As you can see, there's no room for error. If this thing isn't lined up right and I am gluing it wrong, if this thing slides around, it's going to be in the wrong spot. So I'm going to try to get these guys lined up just right now, so that way I have that taken care of in advance. Get these guys in place. These ones aren't as much of a problem on the end there, but these ones on the bottom corners are crucial. So I'm going to line these up first. Get these side ones ready, and then here I'm going to make sure that these thread in. See, it's not threading in. Oh, it is. So that means my 149 anchor is in the right spot. Same thing with this side over here. I need to make sure that he also is lined up, and he's not. No, he's not. Or maybe he is. Okay, so I got them both lined up, which is good. And I can just take them out now. Make sure that that's lined up. Okay, so now I'm going to do it this way. These guys will be held in with gravity then. If I'm doing it the other way, then I got to fight gravity to put them in place. So this one's going to come down, and then this guy here is going to be my my setup here. How long does this glue last? It's in some sort of weird, I don't know, Chinese. I think it's Chinese. How much time do I got? Unknown. An unknown amount of time for this project. All right, well, if I'm going to be worried about glue, I might as well make a few towels here just in case I get all gunked up. All right, I'm going to use a little bit of glue and fuck this whole thing up. Man, they are snug. All right. This is not a good applicator. That's for sure. It's just going to clump everything. This is already looking bad. There's lots of excess glue, that's for sure. Needs like a nozzle. I'm already getting drippies. This is a pretty shoddy job I'm doing here. You gotta do this before it dries, but it's in Chinese, so I can't tell you how long our glue's gonna last. Okay. Now I got a little bit of excess, so I'm gonna wipe her down. Doesn't look too bad actually. Okay, so there's one. And I gotta do this side too. Which side does this go on? It goes on the top. Should have made this edge. This is gonna be dumb. Yeah, this is dumb. Should have done it the other way. Oh yeah. This is bad. Bad idea. I should have done the other edge. And this side here too needs glue. I don't know. Hurry up. It's gonna dry. I'm gonna wait to wipe this one up. Maybe I'll do the big stuff first. Because there's a big clump here, obviously I can't have. Oh, that's why you don't do it. make some strips. Makes things a little easier. Okay, now we got all the glue lightly glued. Oh my god, it's already starting to set. Shit. You gotta be faster than what I'm doing right now. Yeah, this is bad. All right, now the goal here is to try to put this thing on without totally screwing everything up, which is going to be pretty much impossible. Somehow, I have to get all these to line up without smudging everything else and not having enough hands to do it. Oh, come on, man. Holy cow, that was pretty close. I almost had it all lined up. So close. Glue's almost dry already. There, finally. All right, I'm all in. Now, before this thing separates, I'm gonna tighten down my anchors. That should keep everything in place. I can wipe away my excess real quick before it gets off of there, before it separates. Why did they put this on the inside one? It's a lot harder. All right, there we go. It's glued together, but it's got excess glue, so I gotta wipe her down real quick. It's already getting pretty tacky, so I kind of have to move faster than what I just did. Oof, yeah, it's pretty tacky already. That side was pretty clean. This side was pretty horrible. Oof. It's already tacky. Oh, just smearing it everywhere. Let's try this alcohol wipe. Maybe it'll take care of some of it. Yeah, that works pretty good actually. Yeah, alcohol wipe is the way to go. Gets rid of the excess. Oh yeah. Cleans up the edges. Yeah, go with the alcohol wipe. Works 1,000 times better than paper towel. Okay, so I was able to glue everything. I'm gonna also wipe off the excess for the most part. Okay. There's a lot of particles on here. I'm gonna wipe it down with an alcohol wipe just to make sure that I got all of the little bits of glue and stuff off of this thing. Okay, you get out of my way. So here are the 49s. Oh wow, that's a lot of bearings. Take a bunch of stickers off. Ooh, it's got goo on it. Carefully remove it. Oh, not bad, but it's still got goo. Maybe I'll use another alcohol wipe. Get rid of some of this glue on here. Okay. This thing is much more complicated than I expected. Okay, next. I do have a slight little burr in them. I guess I could do that. Have a circular one? I do. So we're using the 168s instead of the 118s as per 3D Chimera's instructions. Must be slightly thinner or thicker, it works better for some reason. The 68s for the top, and then that goes in here. Doesn't say to use Loctite, but I would assume this would be a good opportunity to use the Loctite. Ooh, nice. I'm gonna put Loctite on this thing because I would think that would be. It says not to tighten these things down too tight, but I don't want them to come loose on me. So I'm gonna put a little bit on there. A little bit of Loctite on there. We're all set. The top ones get these cylinders. The bottom ones get these weird oblong eccentric things. So when you put this bearing on, slide this in, put in one of the 169 washers, then you put in the next bearing, push them together, then the eccentric bushing, okay, and that goes in here, so now that's in there, and just tiny little bit of pressure. Okay, it spins nicely. And then do the other side, I guess. So you put this in here. If it doesn't fit, you need to adjust the thing. Rolls nice. Keep it rolling. They hating. It's a little bit wibbly. Running dirty. There's no play in it, so that's good. Okay, so it does have a little play. Which one? I've gotten most of the core, well, not most of it done, but a lot of it done today. The next thing is I need to align these rails on here, and you can see it still wiggles. When you tighten this up, it gets really tough, and what these two rollers have to do is move smoothly on there. So I'm going to have to take this whole rail off, slide that out, adjust the height of the screws that are behind here, and then bring that up a little bit higher, tighten it all back down and see if it's still smooth. If it's smooth, then I'm done, otherwise I have to keep doing it. It's going to take a while and I don't want to do it. It's already getting late, so I'll do it tomorrow.